What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. Quick review recap for you guys here. Fights just passed just over the fight night. Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov. I just slowed it down for you. Pronunciation was perfect though. Let's try again. Nurmagomedov. Even faster. Nurmagomedov. Bam! Look at that, man. I'm getting better, guys. My pronunciation is perfect. Hope you guys like the glasses. A little bit of fashion statement here. Also, it's excellent for the screen. You know, the screen can be a little bright at times. Not too good for the eyes, right? I got different colors, which I may rock in the other videos then. Even do some live videos with it too, you know. Which coming up soon. Like I said, I'm going to be doing more live videos. I may even do the contender series and a lot more review and recaps right after the fight, right? So that's coming up soon. Stay more consistent. But don't forget, guys, hit the thumbs up button, man. Subscribe to this channel also. I know a lot of you guys watch the videos, but you don't subscribe, man. Come on, man. Just come over to here and hit the subscription button, man. Real easy. You get all the notifications, man. Even do the bell too. You know, you can see me pop up all the time. You know, you don't have to search for me, right? So subscribe to the True Analysis right here. And also check out Wayne Gaethje, right? This is my next channel here for health and wellness, for fitness, martial arts, yoga, calisthenics. Basically, it's based on health and wellness. That's pretty much it. So if you know, I'm raw, so I consume living foods from nature. So I don't cook my foods. So all my foods are mostly juices, fruits, vegetables, herbs, nuts, and some seeds. That's what I consume. But again, everybody is different. Everybody got their own preference and what they like to do and how they fuel their body. But this is how I fuel my body. So if you want to know more about it, subscribe to, man. All right. Also check out my Patreon account for all my prop plays, right? All my face-off predictions, which I post on there. And you can also just donate to my PayPal. Real simple, man. That's it right there, man. So just fly into this real quick. Quick review, recap here, guys. Having a good time. The party glasses. All right, I can read your thoughts. I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you guys are feeling too. Just like the fights. All right, man. We did pretty good on this card. Dumas here, Dennis. Exactly what I predicted. And he did exactly what I said he would do. Right? He would go for takedowns. I got my notes here. Okay. He would go for takedowns because Dennis doesn't really stop takedowns, and that would be the best thing for him to do. He struck for a little bit though, but at times Dennis was coming back in the fight. But he held his composure and he pulled off a decision. So good win by Dumas there. You know, like I said, you come in there, you train, you put the work in, you know, you cut the weight. It's all good, man. And good performance by Dennis too. You know, Dennis actually improved a little bit, man. So hats off to both guys. Jay Hybert and Ronaldo Bendoa. I'm impressed with Jay, man. He actually looks good in this fight. He actually improved a lot too. You know, I mean, the guy's a veteran, he's experienced, so kind of expected that a little bit. From Rolando, though, he did what he had to do. You know, went in there, he pushed forward, but the jab from Jay, man, the jab was just messing him up, man. That's it. You know, and Jay is a pretty good boxer. You know, the guy is skilled and the guy is experienced. You know, it seems that Rolando is kind of, I won't say he's green, but he still needs some more improvement. So we'll see what happens with that. But good performance by Jay. Sam Hughes and Victoria. Exactly, guys. Remember what I told you about the women fights? Guys fights too. You know, but mostly you may see the women fights, man, you know. Yeah, Victoria is a huge favorite and she has the skills and everything. But it's the experience though. It's the experience, man. Split decision. So Victoria could have won. She could have got the split, you know, if they wanted to give it to her. I mean, they could have. But I guess Sam fairly won. You know, you could say that Sam won. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those fights where you have the experience from Sam and Victoria coming from contender series. You know, it's... And you even see some kind of holes in her when she fought the last fight before this fight. And slightly controlled a little bit by Johnny Fry. So... And the Nunes fight was kind of quick because the girl dislocated her elbow. So you didn't really see much. But Sam Hughes, like I said, is a dog. And she proved it. She went in there and pulled off the win, man. That's it right there, guys. Like I said, when it comes to a lot of these fights, especially women fights, especially when they're not that experienced, coming from contender series, you got to be very careful, man. Because if, I mean, it depends on what you're doing. If you're placing bets or whatever you're doing, if you parlay them, it could destroy your parlay. And most likely that's what happens, right? So, good performance by both women. You know, Hugh showed her experience, her dog. You know, she's been in there with a lot of tough competition, man. So, man, even though her record, 9-6, but she has experience, dude. She has more experience than Victoria, by far. You know what I mean? It's Luma, Luca Bumi, Tisha Pennington, Vanessa Danapolis, Elise Reed, Pierre Rodriguez. You know, even though some fights she lost, but she has the experience. So it's a good win by her, and they didn't rob her. Which split decision is like it could go either way. So, but they could have gave it to Victoria, man. Believe me on that. All right. So good fight by good matchup and fight by both women. Garam Kutaletas and Jordan Vuncic. You know, this fight here, Vuncic was kind of coming. He started out the fight good. And I believe he won the first round. And it looked like Garam was going to be in problems. But Garam hanged in there and came back in the, I believe, second and third rounds with his wrestling. Pushed a hard wrestling and just got Jordan back and pulled off the win. You know, so he showed his experience, which, that's what he's supposed to do. You know, with that experience, Jordan shouldn't come here on short notice and beat him. So that's a good performance by him, and it shows that, even though he is down in the first round, he has the skills and ability and the experience to come back in the fight, which he actually did. So good performance by both guys. Samuel Gaethje and Dante Mays. Yeah, man, it's just one of those fights, with, a guy like Shamel is quicker guy. His skills as far as boxing and striking is better than Dante Mays, man. Shamel has better foundation with the striking and the movement. So this is supposed to happen, which I did call that. And I believe I call it by decision. Both of those fights are called by decision. The Garam fight and the Shamel. Actually, no. Garam had KOTK in the second, but that didn't happen. And I actually had Shamel by first round. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I had Shamel by first round finish, but that didn't happen either. I mean, it could have. It was kind of close. You could see that there's like parts of the fight where, Shamel was landing shots and kind of hurting Dante Mays a little bit, but Dante Mays is pretty durable, dude. He can take a shot as far as a heavyweight, right? But it's a good performance, man, by both guys. Went in there, they make weight. They did what they had to do, and Shamel showed that his cardio and his conditioning is actually getting better. So all those sprinting I saw him doing actually paid off. So good performance by both guys there. Fernandez and Muhammad. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Like I said, this fight was a heads or tail. So I guess Fernandez showed that he's a better fighter here by far. So he got the finish in the first round. So it is what it is, man. As far as Muhammad goes, I mean, I guess he goes back and I guess have to tighten up some more things. Probably can fix a lot of things he needs to fix, actually. So there's a lot of work he needs to do. He has to go back to the drawing board, try to sharpen some more techniques or add more techniques to his game or change camp or whatever he's doing. But good win by Fernandez, and hopefully Yaya is good. He got ground and pounded out there. So hats off to both guys. Azmat and Alonso, man. This was actually a good fight here, man. With Alonso, he was pushing forward a lot. Trying to get into the pocket there, trying to counter, and Azmat was just there, just jabbing, and also Azmat was also looking for counters too. But Azmat, he was a better guy, so he came out on top winning. KO, TKO, man, it was a knockdown in this fight. And it shows that Azmat is a very skilled guy. Hats off to Alonso. Hopefully everything is okay, which, he got up and everything, so he looks good. Looks like him okay. But Azmat, man, he has good skills. His striking is pretty good. I had him by second round, which the fight ended in the second. I had him by second round KO, TKO. So that's exactly what happened. I mean, I saw it, Most of Asmat fights either go first, second, and Alonso coming off of that first round knockout in his last fight just shows that it looks like Alonso may be slowing down a little bit. The speed, the striking. The guys that are fighting are a little more experienced. They're a little more on the footwork, and the boxing is precise, and the foundation is a little more technical. So he's having a hard time with these guys. So, but good performance by both guys, and let's keep going here, guys. Joel Alvarez and Elvis Burner. I believe this is Burner's first loss by KO/TKO. Yeah, man. Joel did what he did. I had Burner winning, but at the same time, I said to you that Joel, if he comes in there and push a high pace, because he usually does that, walk you down, man. And his Thai boxing is very strict. It's very good. Push forward, elbows, knees, and he put pressure, and he's very relentless with it, right? And I said that, but my thing is that he would fade, but he ain't fade though. He did not fade in the fight. From first round to third round, he looked the same until he got the finish. So hats off to both guys. Hopefully Elvis Burner is okay. He took a lot of damage in that fight though. Like I said, Joel, man, that guy, he's good, man. If he doesn't get tired, which he didn't get tired in this fight, and he can keep that composure and keep that forward pressure, and even his takedown defense was good. A lot of improvement from him, So again, I feel like Joel Alvarez is a little more experienced though. So I think it's just two different levels here we're dealing with, just to be honest with you. But it is what it is. Hats off to both guys. A pretty good fight. Believe this could be one of the best fights in the Brenner fight. Yeah, I think that could be one of the best fights in the card. Other than the Sarah fight was okay. This could be one of the best fights on the card. I feel so. I could be wrong about that though. Jai and Rolando is pretty good too. They got a couple of good fights in this card. So good performance by Joel. Hopefully Elvis is okay, and he took a lot of damage. Not because you see the guy get up and he seems okay. There's hours later on. So you gotta be aware of that. Remember, your head is not meant to get hit. A lot of people don't understand this. They see the fight, see the guys getting knocked out, and like, oh, he just knocked out, whatever. Okay, let's go to the next guy. You got to make sure the guys are good, because sometimes they get bleeding in the brain, which is serious. And you see it more in boxing, though, because in boxing, the rounds you got longer rounds, and sometimes the fights are like 12 rounds, I believe, sometimes 10, and it's just straight up boxing. And with the gloves, sometimes with the gloves you can hit a little harder. With the MMA gloves, there's like 4 ounce. Boxing gloves carry more ounces on them, and sometimes when you're boxing something, you throw a little bit harder because the hand's padded and the gloves are bigger, so you're taking a lot of hits consistently each round. Imagine 12 rounds of getting hit like that in the head. Some body shots, but in the head. At least with MMA, you grapple, you can take down and so forth. You can slow it down a little bit. But in boxing, you can tie up, but it's back to boxing. So it's straight boxing. And this, you can kick, you can punch, you can take down. So you still take damage, but it's not like how the boxing is, Boxing take a little more damage, man. All right, let's see here. So good performance by both guys there. Mackenzie Dern and Lupita. Yeah, I had this fight, right? Dern by decision. Yeah, like what I told you guys, when Dern is fighting a woman that don't really pack no power with the strikes, and striking is not really hurting, because Lupita, she only has one by knockout, and her technique, her foundation for striking is not that. It's okay, but it's not her strong point, man. Wrestling is more her strong point. Dern is going to shine now, because Dern striking, in my opinion, is better than Lupita, and Dern hits harder. You know what I'm saying? And Dern ground game is pretty good, so that's why I know that she would win. But if Dern fights somebody who's world-class striking, who's good with ground defense, then she have a problem. And that seemed to be the issue. When you look at her fights, you see Lupita don't pack no power, and Dern seems a little more bigger in frame. I believe reach too. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think Dern has a longer reach, I believe. So I think so. But it's just one of those things where I just knew Dern would win. It's just when you look at Lupita, she's not like a world-class striker with heavy knockout blow shots, like heavy power shots. You know what I mean? So Good performance by both women there. Makhachev and Tony Ferguson. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, Michael went in there and did this thing. You know, Tony got submitted though. I did a little vote on this to see. You know, I put it on my community page. You know, I put down there. You know, between Tony Ferguson and Michael. You know, which you know, which one of the guys he got winning. And like, you know, he went up to 170. You know, you think that'll make a difference for him to win this fight? And a lot of people voted for Tony. I believe like almost like it was like 80% of people voted Tony that he would win. But the issue with it is that, you know, I feel Tony is not the same anymore, like mentally. And when you're mentally not there, it affects your physical. So he took too much damage. His mind is not there. His body is not there either, because the mental trigger your physical. And also just his losses. This is probably his eighth loss. I mean, Michael Chesel look good in the fight. You know, he got the submission. You know, but look at that. It's more than 8, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8. Okay, 8 losses in a row, bro. And they're like finishes. It's not like he went to decision. Out of those 8 losses, he went to decision 3 times. The other rest of them is knockout and submissions. That ain't good, man. I mean, in my opinion, I think it's time to. I doesn't give my opinion. I think it's time to hang it up, man. You know, who is he gonna fight now? It doesn't make any sense. He's not improving. You know, even if he changed weight classes, he's not improving. He's just declining more and more each fight because he's getting finished. Even if it's a submission or knockout, he's not improving, man. You know, I mean, it's not like he going this. It's not like all the fights losses were all decision losses. They're like 3 knockouts and 3 by submissions, and you know, it just doesn't make any sense to keep on going. But it is what it is. You know, he can do whatever he wants to do. But hopefully everything is okay with him. And good win by Michael. You know, he went in there and did this thing. Do I see him going any further? I mean, if he wants, but I mean, you know, it depends on who he wants to fight next. But maybe this may be something that's kind of build up his confidence, his mental, which he probably did. Something he need that one little fight to build up his confidence and mental, because he's been on a losing streak too. So he just need a little win there, you know, just to make him feel good, you know, so he can go out there. You know, he was on a 3-fight losing streak, so, and he's a guy that's been finished too. Got 2 by submissions and lost 1 by decision. But he went to a decision with Sean Brady, which, you know, Sean Brady ain't no joke. So it's just durability, man, and mental state. Both guys mentally not there, but Tony Ferguson is mentally gone. It's like totally not there no more, man. It's a wrap, in my opinion. But all over the end of the day, man, no hate. Like I said, my channel is all about positivity. And I'm not here to shut down nobody future or anybody love for whatever they want to do. If you want to do whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it as long as you want, man. If it makes you happy and you feel good doing it, go ahead and do it, man. I'm not here to tell you not to. That is why I say opinion. It's just opinion. It's not even a fact. It's just on paper, just by me, you know, breaking down fights. I mean, I also compete too in my life too, in sports and everything like that. And you know, there's a moment where, you know, you just gotta like, you know, just kind of stop. You know, like you just put it aside. You know, you just did your time in, and you know what I mean, everything at the time when you were doing it was good, and you can tell that it's just not the same anymore. So you're taking beating and getting brain damage, and you're getting submitted, and just mental damage and all these things. CTE, I mean, it doesn't make no sense. It's not like he's improving. You understand what I'm saying? If he was improving, and you see he win 1 and 2, and then okay, you know, or you can go to a decision, but he ain't been doing that, getting knocked out and submitted. So, but good performance by both guys. Yeah, man. Let's keep going here, guys. Figueroa Vera, and Figueroa did exactly what I thought he would do. He would go to decision. Like I said, with Marlon Vera, slow starter in the first round, he started slow. Then in the second round, slowly picking it up. And in third round, he really picked it up, but then he got knocked down though. And then, Figueiredo caught him with a punch. But he wasn't in the third round, yeah. He caught him in a punch in the third round. But Marlon was kind of coming back slightly in the third, but he got caught with that punch. He got knocked down in that round, in the third round. 3. So, yeah, man, that's a good performance by Figueiredo. Good performance by Marlon Vera. Like I said, man, both guys come in, they make weight, they prepare themselves. You know what I mean? You put your health in the line. As long as these guys are doing this and they're putting their health in the line, man, hey, man, you guys won, even if you lose. So you learn a lot more from a loss than sometimes you do from a win, you know what I mean? So good performance by Figueiredo. And he looked good, he has a karate stance in there, kind of measuring his distance and range. He's like trying to like make sure that, he can counter. So switching stance, looking for Marlon to do certain things so he can take him down, which that's what he did. Waiting for Marlon to make that specific move so he can go for a takedown. And that's what he did, man. And that was a good performance, a good game plan. Pick his shots, look for the openings, go for takedowns, even look for the submissions at time. So good performance by Figueiredo, Sarah and Mikel. Good performance by both guys. Sarah did his thing, went in there, used his striking, looked excellent on the foot. A lot of counter striking, mix up the kicks with the punches with the kicks. He looks good, but I want to see him work on the ground some more though. He has to work on his ground games. I wouldn't say a lot more, but he needs to not get taken down. So that's a thing that he needs to focus on, because Mikel took him down. I think Mikel took him down twice. I could be wrong. I believe it was twice. I believe he took him down in the third round, and the fight ended with Mikel on top, after a takedown. So that's one of the things where I feel like he needs to work on his ground game, man. Oh yeah, because when he fight other guys at 180 something, is it 180? Yeah, at 180 something, man, it's gonna be an issue, especially Robocop and a lot other guys that he may face if they're gonna feed him those guys, which they may not. Those guys hit heavier, and those guys striking is just as good as Sarah. I think with Sarah is more unorthodox because his kicks come from every angle. But Robocop will walk him down, and Robocop good on takedowns. And other guys at 185 too. You gotta make sure you get your takedown defense intact. And make sure the defense game is good, man. Because if it ain't, these guys are gonna ragdog you, take you down and beat you up and probably even submit you. That's why I say Sarah need to work on that aspect of the game, stopping the takedowns. Yep. But overall, he looks good, though, you know what I mean. But like I said, slight little holes there, man. So he needs to work on that. Kind of similar to CLD, but I feel Sarah is a little better than CLD. But he needs to work on the takedowns. And Omar versus Corey. Exactly. By decision, I had it. Yeah, Omar. Yeah, man. The game plan was to move around for a little bit. No. Well, actually, the game plan started out with him going for takedowns in the first round. But Corey was so good in defending. So it was like, okay. So they kind of test out Corey a little bit in the first to see what he would do. So they see that his defense he's looking for the takedown. So it's like, all right, man. When he went back to his corner, then Habib probably told him that, listen, man, you're going to move around with him for a little bit. You just strike him, go in and out. Then the last couple minutes, coming close to the end of the round, I want you to go for the takedown. And that's exactly what he did. If you notice, every single round to the fifth, when he got close to the end of the round, he went for the takedown and got his back. And that was a game plan. And the fact that he was doing that, every time Corey come back into second and third, you can see Corey energy was just depleting. Then Omar striking started to shine more now. In the beginning, in the first round, Corey striking was shining more. But then as the rounds go by, you see Omar striking start to shine more because Corey started to slow down, because those takedowns at the end of the round took a lot out of him. And then he's trying to defend it. Because remember, Corey has to stop him now from getting any kind of takedown. So imagine you got 5 rounds and you got to stop a dude that's very good with takedowns. And this guy takedowns is excellent. He didn't, if you notice, he didn't just go straight now, because you know that going straight, Corey will defend it. He was going at an angle. So he shot in an angle to get his back in one motion, which is high level. If you know what I'm saying. He didn't go straight, double, single. He shot at an angle, going outwards, and then at the same time he's going around the circle, like a circular motion, and then getting his back at the same time. So, because he can't go straight, because Corey will defend it. And he timed it, every single round, he timed it at close to the end. And then he get his back. He was trying to even look for submission too, but that's excellent game planning, man. And like I said, if Belal Muhammad, remember the name, had a good game plan, I'm sure that Umar would have a good game plan too, because Khabib is on their side, and Khabib seems to be a very good coach, along with other people too, that's actually training him too. The striking and everything like that. But just the game planning, most of it came from Khabib. So yeah, so that's it right there, guys. It's a good card, at least, not the best card, or whatever they claim the best card may be, but it was a decent card. I mean, for what it is, right? Got some good fights on here. Like I said, the guys coming here prepared, put their health in the line. Health is a wealth, man. It's always going to be good, man. These guys come out here and they perform, and getting kicked in the head and getting knocked out and getting submitted, or even worse. Like I said, you don't know until later on. You may not see it in a fight until months, years later on, and they pay for it. So, like I said, man, this sport here is a deadly sport. It's a serious sport. Any sport that you're getting punched in the face, it's a lot of risk involved, long term. I'm just being honest with you, right? So, it is what it is right there, guys. This is what they sign up for, and it's part of the game. So, yeah. That's it, man. That's the review right there. And check out the next card, see what's coming up. Next UFC fight night. See what we got here. Tabora versus Spikback 2. I didn't even know they fought one time, man. I didn't know there was a part 1, but I guess there's a part 2, man. I just didn't remember. I don't know if that's a bad thing, man, but it's all good though. It's all love at the end of the day. Only 11 fights. They may probably add some more fights on here, maybe. Like I said, man, when you see the cards out there, you may go, oh man, this card just looks horrible. All love at the end of the day, guys. Always going with a positive mentality, positive thoughts, create positive outcome. So once you start breaking it down, you can say, damn, these matchups are good. And you kind of get into the card, like it's a good card. Like, damn, this card is very interesting, and then you look forward to seeing it. So that's the way it is. Always keep a positive mindset, like everything is going to be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Which everything is going to be all right. So yeah, man, I'm gonna work on this. Try to get this out to you guys probably earlier, man, because I may have to hit the road. So probably try to get it out to you by tomorrow. It's only 11 fights, so it shouldn't take that long to do. 4 p.m. card. Where's this at? Oh man, back to the Apex. Oh yeah. back to the Apex, man. Back to the Apex, man. This light is bright. Now that I take the glasses off, I can see how much better it is with the glasses, man. Holy crap! Lights in these computer screens and phones, so bright, man. Holy crap, bro. So much better with the glasses on. Man. So that's it right there, guys. I'm gonna knock that one off for you. They also got the Contender Series here too, which I may take a look at that one also. That's gonna be, when is that? That's gonna be on the 13th. Okay, take a look at that. Maybe, I'm not too sure about that one, but I'm gonna try to take a look at that one. And the UFC 305, I guess that's the pay-per-view that everybody's looking forward to. Plessis and Adesanya. What is on this card? Cara France, Steve Erceg. Oh man, that's gonna be a good fight there, man. Steve Erceg. Wow. Steve Erceg can really work his way up the rankings, huh? Just saw this guy came up in there real quick. and went shut up all the way to a number 7. Wow. Titus Vaso is still fighting. This guy has a couple of losses, man. Yeah. Rosenstruck. Jingaling Lee, Carlos Spritz, Gamrat, Dan Hooker, Tan Nolan, Alex Rios, Tuffer, and Walker. Josh Kulaba, Ricardo Ramos, Jesus Aguilera, Stuart Nicole, Ken Sung, Ricky Glenn. Alright, he's gonna be over there in Australia. So, alright, so this looks like a good card. I mean, once I start getting into it and breaking it down, I mean, like I said, I don't judge nothing by the cover. I mean, I see the guys here. Now, some of these guys, I don't really know as much. I know a majority of them. And somebody was like, I don't know. But once you start breaking it down and you start getting into it, you say, oh man, it's not such a bad card. The matchups are pretty good, right? So that's it right there, guys. That's my review right there. Don't forget to subscribe to my channels there, man. Subscribe to the channel. Not just don't watch the videos and like, you know, until you don't subscribe. You know what I mean? Just hit the subscription button, man. All right, guys. One love. Os.